Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing one of my final videos for ZNation. Of course, we have the series finale for ZNation tonight. Going to give our thoughts back on the series, general thoughts, and maybe some of our favorite moments, characters, and episodes. Alright, and spoiler warning if you are not cut up for ZNation. If you guys missed it, I did a video earlier on this week basically letting you guys know that ZNation unfortunately has been canceled. Yes, the series is coming to an end. It will not be renewed next year for Season 6. This will be it. It will end tonight. This is the final episode tonight for ZNation. After that, the series is over. And tonight's episode is actually called The End of Everything. So that's episode 13 of Season 5. As the final episode of ZNation, that makes it the 69th episode of ZNation, and that's it, man. The end of everything. That's the end. Man, this one is really crazy. Got to see a lot of your guys' kind of feedback from the last video where we talked about the cancellation, and it sounds like there's more people that are disappointed for the series, being canceled than I actually thought there were. Because I was wondering, like, how many people are still into ZNation? How many people are still watching the series or still, interested in the series and interested in seeing another season of it next year. And I didn't think there was that many, but it actually looks like, based on what I'm seeing from you guys, there are quite a few people that are pretty sad about ZNation ending, and I am kind of one of them. I feel like it had a good run, like I said in the canceled video, but 5 years is pretty damn good. The series started in 2014, and in a few days here we're going to be into 2019. So it's 5 years later now. They had a good run for it, and they did pretty good. But it looks like it's ending. Looking at the U.S. viewership per episode, it's no wonder as to why they're getting about 500,000 viewers per episode. And I don't think this is a series on Syfy that gets replayed all that much. So it's kind of like they have they air it, and also Syfy, it's kind of like, okay, they tried it. They tried to have their own zombie apocalypse series, which was kind of cool. They got to do some things that we don't usually see because it's kind of a comedy mixed in there, like with Zona and the UFO and stuff like that. It's like, oh yeah, it's got to be Syfy, right? So they had to put on Syfy. It's almost like they had to include some of those science fiction elements in there, which I thought was kind of cool. There was like the nuke, right, which was pretty sweet. But it's not the type of station that's known for zombie apocalypse type of stuff or horror or movies or that type of thing. So 500,000 viewers per episode, and even less now, like 0.4. But I wonder if tonight's episode might be a little bit higher rated because with the announcement that it's the end of the series. We'll have to see how tonight's episode feels. I watched a few episodes of Season 5 because I did fall behind after the first few episodes. But I'm kind of getting caught up now. Episode 11, Hackerville. Episode 12, At All Cost. And now the 13th and final episode of the series, The End of Everything. So, we'll see how it goes down tonight. I'll probably have a review posted for you guys tomorrow with my thoughts on ZNation's final episode, on its big hurrah, its big finale. And unfortunately, we'll have to see how it ends off tonight and whether or not they're able to give it kind of a conclusive series finale. I don't know how much warning they were given ahead of time to work with. So let me explain the distinction here. Basically, it is that if the series was written for the intention that you would get a sixth season, tonight's finale for the series might end in a cliffhanger. And if it does, that means the whole series ends in a cliffhanger, and that is like really bad for a series, because that means that you never really get the answers, you never have that closure, you never have kind of a final sort of answer or close off for the series to where it feels like a completion, to where it feels like it's the final episode. So we'll watch closely tonight and see which of the two it ends up being. Does it look like they're setting some things up for Season 6 that they'll never come back to? Or does it feel like they had some advanced kind of knowledge that Season 5 would be the last year, and they were able to kind of set up a pretty nice finale for our characters? The end of everything from the title just sounds like they're going to kill everybody. You know what I mean? And that's not really what I would want to see, like the end of everything. So it almost makes me think that the cancellation, maybe they did intend for a Season 6, or they thought they would get a Season 6 and now they're not, which puts it into that category of, you just kind of end the series at a random point and it doesn't really have a good, conclusion and a good finale. And I hope we don't see that tonight, but, that wouldn't surprise me if we do, considering, how low the viewership is. And it's basically, from the start, it was at around 1 or 2, like close, 1.5, maybe not quite ever up to 2. And it just kind of, season by season, it just kind of went down further. And season 3's premiere was actually pretty good. They did okay for themselves there. They kind of did better. They improved a bit around that time. So it sounds like people were pretty into it when you got to the third season premiere. And I do remember that premiere being pretty cool, if I remember. I think they had, because like even this year, with the way they promoted it and everything for the 5th season, there was like there was like a date that was supposed to air on, and then it got changed, and there was like a strike and stuff like this that was happening. And man, it's really kind of unfortunate how things have gone down here. But, for me, looking back on the series, some of my favorite parts of the show, it did have some good kind of premieres and finales. There was the one with the man, right? The man, he was fun, right? Like the around that time for the, was that the 3rd season's premiere? I'm trying to think like which year it was that they did that. Zombie, that was funny. The Murphy, right? So, some really fun stuff throughout the series here, as we went through some fun episodes, with, then we had Warren's Dream for season 4 and Escape from Zona. If you guys remember that was, last year was season 4's premiere. And then this kind of premiere this year, which it looks like, maybe did okay, but certainly not great. Of course, some of my favorite characters. So Addie, of course, was a really good character from the series, but left for a while, only 44 episodes out of the whole run here. So she wasn't in a good number of them, more recently in these last couple seasons. Murphy will probably go down as my most memorable character from the series. Murphy and Warren, the two of them, I think, will probably go down as the most memorable. But because the series is kind of more comedy based, I'd almost say that Murphy might be the most memorable character from the series. No offense to Warren. She'd probably be number 2. The thing about her is that when the series started off, she was kind of an unlikely survivor. I didn't expect to see her survive on all the way through and kind of become the group's leader and everything that they went with her. And it actually turned out really good. I thought it was really good. And, 10K was fun to see. Doc, of course, is a really fun character. Always funny all throughout the series. Again, a little bit of the comedy. A more comedy-based character. Citizen Z, right, with DJ Qualls. I remember some of the stuff when he was like, there's some funny parts with him, too, when he was stuck, right, in Antarctica or wherever the hell that was. Cassandra, of course, and they did have quite a few deaths here. I like Cassandra's time more after she was kind of like Murphy'd, so that was funny. They also played with Murphy a little bit to kind of, around that season 3 type, or 4 type-ish range, season 3, right? There was like some questions of whether or not Murphy might become like a villain of the series, right? And he kind of was playing off Warren. They were kind of at odds with each other. He had his own like community and stuff. And for me, I thought those were some of the best episodes of the whole series. I really did. I enjoyed those ones a lot, even though they weren't maybe as funny as some of the others. There was Vasquez, Sergeant Lily, Kea, Red, Dr. Sun Mei, Mac, right? So he was... Earlier on in the series, he was really good too, and that surprised a lot of people when they, spoiler warning, they killed off Mac. That was a surprising one. El Scorpion, that was funny. George, or is it Jorge, or whatever. Dr. Murch, Nana, Wesson, and then, like I said, the man and some of the other characters, the Zona doctors and stuff like that. So, pretty cool stuff, man. It's, unfortunately... It's over, man. Some people talking about, Trev, do you think somehow Netflix could save it, or we might see something to do with Black Summer? Because Netflix is going to be doing Black Summer, which is going to be a zombie apocalypse series for Netflix. But we'll have to see what it turns out, what it turns out like. It could have 0 characters from ZNation in it, and I wouldn't expect to see any characters from it. It could be cool, though, if they did some kind of crossover where you had some of these characters coming into Black Summer, if it does okay on Netflix, but... again, we'll have to see. There's always, it's supposed to be in the same universe or whatever. So if it's like, but again, it's different network and everything. It's not like maybe you could see characters cross over into Black Summer or something, but we'll have to see even what they do tonight with the finale of the series and how they leave things off. So it's no surprise that the series has eventually been canceled here. They did have some fun moments throughout it, some really fun episodes and just some funny stuff and silly stuff like the zombie stripper and stuff, zombie NATO, just some different stuff that was kind of cool, man. And, Doctor of the Dead, right? Die zombie, die again. there was that crazy nightmare episode where things like went back and forth over and over. Oh, that I hated that one actually. I mean, it just made me feel like I was having a nightmare myself, which might have been what they were going for. Tsunami, Full Metal Zombie, and Puppies and Kittens, Frackin' Zombies. So it's sad, man. It's unfortunate. We'll see. Maybe somebody can save ZNation, but you know, I just personally, I'm sitting here thinking like, I don't know. I don't know if Netflix or somebody would step in to do it. I tend to think not, and I don't think Black Summer will want to just be like a sequel to ZNation or something. When I read the article on Black Summer, I didn't get the impression that that's what they were doing with it. So you guys can leave your comments below. Tonight's episode, the final episode, and I'll have a review for you, like I said, either tomorrow or the next day for how it turns out. Let's see how it turns out and how the series ends off. It's been 5 years. I thought we should at least do a few here, giving our thoughts on this, because this is it. This is the end. Let me know what you guys think. Who are some of your favorite characters from ZNation? What were some of your favorite episodes? What were some of your favorite times of the series, favorite season? You know, just let me know what are some of the things you guys are going to miss about the series, and whether or not you think it might be possible that it could somehow find its way over to Netflix, or you know, somehow it could be saved and it could JSS just survive somehow, or you know, find it, just get another season somehow. Let me know what you guys think, and if you liked this video, thumb it up below. I know it's sad news, but I'd appreciate a thumb it up. You know, don't thumb down the video just because. Don't shoot the messenger. Thumb it up if you appreciate it, and leave those comments. I want to see where you guys are at. What were some of your favorite parts of the series now that it's coming to an end tonight? That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you again soon for another. As always, this is Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.